This is the Rotoscopers YouTube. Welcome everybody. We are here doing another wonderful Blu-ray review, and this time the movie is
The Great Mouse Detective!
Woo! So this is what I consider a Disney classic from 1986.
I consider it.
This is kind of the movie that, kicked Disney Animation back in gear. Ron Clements and John Musker. I always mix those two up. Like, is it Ron or John, or is it John and Ron?
Ron and John.
They are the directors of this movie. They are also the directors of The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Princess and the Frog, and an upcoming untitled new little movie that we don't know very much about. It's not Frozen.
No, it's not. We know that.
Yes, we actually met them at Destination D, and I said hi to them, and I was like, oh, good luck on Frozen, and afterwards I was like, right once I said it, I'm like, no, they're not doing Frozen. That was the stupid one. Yeah, so.
Fail.
Yeah, totally. So, but let's talk about their first kind of adventure, or one of their first more successful ones, I guess. So this is our review of The Great Mouse Detective.
Basil of Baker Street is a world-famous detective of mousedom. A toy maker has been kidnapped, and the daughter has shown up to say, "Help me!" So the whole thing goes on following the story of Basil trying to help Olivia, the small girl, trying to find her father. It's a great story. I've loved it since I was a little kid. I always loved watching it. It does get a little bit scary for little kids. I remember there was one part where it's like the Ratigan, he goes all really evil, and when he's at the very end, and that kind of scared me a little bit, and yet I always went back to it. It's a great movie, has great replay value. I would say it's a go.
Okay, a lot of people say that this is the first movie, the first animated movie to have computer graphics, but that is not true because, in the clock scene, what they did is they used a computer program to do the clock wheels and like the gears, but that wasn't computer. Like, the animators just traced over that after the fact, so like essentially they rotoscoped it. So it's not true 3D, but they used 3D and then they copied over it. So that's a little bit of trivia for you guys. But this movie's really good. It has a few musical numbers. The most notable is Ratigan's song. And Ratigan has this complex where he doesn't like to be called a rat, even though he clearly is. So it's kind of like this funny joke that goes around the whole time. He insists that he's a mouse, and through this whole song, a poor mouse gets eaten for calling him a rat. It's great. So that's kind of the things to expect in this movie. And now on to the features. So this movie actually is, let me show you. It's called the Mystery in the Mist edition.
Ooh.
I didn't realize there was a mystery in the mist in the movie. Like, maybe there was mist, but it wasn't a plot point. Like, this is just a funny title. And this is also suspiciously the same edition as the DVD that was released a few years ago. That was also called the Mystery in the Mist edition, so I don't know why they think that's so cool to name their Great Mouse Detective films that, but whatever. The bonus features on this are really bad. They are essentially the same bonus features from the other DVD. So they didn't put any work into it. It's the same thing. They didn't even, yes, you bought the Blu-ray, but the features are definitely not high D. Yeah, they didn't even put any work to remaster those or to, freshen them up. So there is a really pathetic 10-minute making of featurette, and it just it uses random creators and animators and people who were involved. Like, they don't even talk to the directors. Like, maybe briefly. They just go from here to here to here to here to here. They don't even talk about the plot. They don't even talk about the making or I'm not even kidding. They spend 4 minutes or longer on the actors who played, they go to this bar and there's this little mouse that sings.
I like her, though.
Let me be good to you.
Let me be good to you.
Yeah, they spend 4 minutes on that girl. I don't know who she is. I can't tell you her name right now. Apparently she was a big deal in the 80s, but not really. C-list. And why are you talking about her? She has nothing to do with the movie. She does, but
she does.
So
I liked her.
That's a good song. I like that song, but really it's a burlesque number in this. What? And watching
Really?
it, I always liked that. I was like, oh, she's pretty. I didn't quite understand what was going on. Yeah, so
Love art.
that's really pathetic. Another featurette is called Who Stole the Cookie from the Cookie Jar? It's essentially you have to figure out who stole the cookie, so it's a little game for the kiddos, and it was really disappointing. And the last one is a sing-along song, the Disney Sing-Along.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, with the bouncing ball.
Awesome. Bringing those back.
So it's that to The World's Greatest Criminal Mind, which is Radigan's song, sang by the amazing Vincent Price. So that was cool, but like, really, there's nothing that this DVD offers in the bonus features.
They could have done a lot more with it. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
So in all, we give the film 4 stars because we love it.
It's good.
And then the DVD, we give it 1.5 stars because of the
Wah, wah.
features. So all in all, we decided to say Netflix.
Yeah. You can buy this on Amazon. I mean, if you're a Disney fan, you want this as part of your collection.
Yeah.
It's really good. Just the movie in itself is enough for me to buy it. The features I won't be watching. Trust me, I'm done with those. But Netflix just recently did a deal with Disney, and so now you can watch a big slew of Disney films on Netflix, The Great Mouse Detective being one of them. Do you have Netflix?
I do.
I have Netflix too. You need Netflix, especially now that Disney's on there.
Yeah,
What more do you need in life?
exactly. And click that link in the show more part. Awesome. Free month. Awesome. Until next time,
We are the Rotoscopers.
the small girl trying to find her father. Her dada. What is it called? How does she say? Father. Like, sit, Toby. My favorite quote of the whole thing. Today we're going to be talking about Frozen.
Disney's Frozen. So this will be their 52nd feature animated film. So Frankenweenie came out October 2012. It is directed by Tim Burton and features